If I would start investing in Pokemon cards in 2025, here's exactly what I would do. In this video, I'm not going to show you the best products to buy, but I'm going to show you a method that will actually make you profit with Pokemon cards. Because I can show you the best products, the best ways to buy and sell, but without the right mindset, these things do not really matter. For this video, we're going to use a method called the WOOP-technique, which works incredibly well to set and achieve goals. And the first step of this technique is the wish, which basically means, what do you want? Because there's so many things you can do with Pokemon card investing. For some people, they just like to make money with Pokemon cards to fund their personal collection because, you know, Pokemon cards are really expensive nowadays. But some people also just like to make money with Pokemon cards for their private lives, so to go on a vacation, for example. And it doesn't matter if it's to fund your collection or a personal goal, as long as you just have a goal. And this step is key because all of the other steps that we're going to cover in this video do not matter at all if you do not do this step. So ask yourself the question, what would I really like to do with Pokemon card investing? And that was the first step of the WOOP technique, which was the wish. And now we're moving on to the next step, which is the outcome. So what's the best possible outcome from achieving this goal that you've just set? So basically, what's your why? Now that might sound a little bit strange, but it's actually really simple. Because with everything we do in life, we have a reason to do it. For example, me with making these videos, I want to help people to make money with Pokemon cards, so I like to make these kind of videos. And your reason why you're doing stuff is incredibly important to achieve goals with anything in life, basically, whether it's with Pokemon investing or something completely different. Because here's the thing, when you've just set a goal, you're incredibly motivated to do something until at some point stuff is not going to go your way anymore. And at those points, you're going to ask yourself, wait a second, why am I actually doing this? Now at that point, it's incredibly important that you can answer that question quickly with an actual good answer. Because if you cannot properly answer that question, you will most likely quit. For example, if your goal is to make $5,000 from buying and selling Pokemon cards, the best possible outcome might be going on a holiday to Dubai, for example. It can basically be anything, but it just has to be some underlying motivation for you to get this stuff done. Now, step number 3 is the obstacle. What's the biggest thing that could hold you back from achieving your goal? This can be a lack of time, a lack of experience, or just maybe buying the wrong items and because of that not making profit but losing money. Now, the reason why it's important to answer this question is because in the future, most likely things are not going to go exactly like you want it to. Now, if one of your obstacles is a lack of time, a lack of experience, or just not knowing what products to buy, I definitely recommend you check out the PK Academy with the link in the description. It's my school community where I teach people how to make money with Pokemon cards, whether you're a complete beginner or you're already pretty advanced in Pokemon card investing. In the PK Academy, there are $800 worth of courses on how to make money with Pokemon cards. There's an engaging community, we do weekly group calls, and it's just incredibly valuable if you like to make money with Pokemon cards. Now, if all of that stuff sounds interesting to you, make sure to check the link in the description and join the PK Academy below. And then I'll see you in the community. So we just talked about the obstacle, and now we're going to move on to the next step, is what's your plan to overcome that obstacle? Because like I just said, if you are prepared for what's going to come in the future, which can prevent you from achieving your goal, and you can manage to overcome that obstacle way easier than when it's just going to come on your path and you have no idea what to do with it, it just makes things so much easier for yourself and the chances of you succeeding way higher. So what's your plan? What are you going to do to overcome that obstacle that you just listed? For example, if your obstacle is a lack of time, you could wake up 30 minutes earlier to close a couple of deals. And if your obstacle is a lack of experience, you could watch these kind of videos or of course join the PK Academy. So it basically comes down to what's your plan to overcome the obstacle that might prevent you from achieving your goal. Now here's one actionable step that I want you to take, because I created a document that you can download completely for free in the description, which contains some valuable context about this video, but most importantly, one sentence that you can fill in within like 2 minutes, which will answer all of these 4 questions for you and will maximize your chances of success. Now what we covered in today's video is incredibly important to actually achieve your goals with Pokemon card investing. But like I said in the beginning of this video, it's also really important to know, for example, what are the best products to buy. So make sure to watch this video next, where I cover the Pokemon set scoring system, which teaches you how to find good Pokemon card sets to buy. Thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.